Okay, now let's talk about post switching. So post switching is just whatever limb is being controlled. So right now, and I'd be holding his foot, but just let's not worry about that for a second. So what post switching is right now what I would like to do is use my foot as a post. I would like to withdraw this, but he's denying me that. What I can do is, because I've got a functioning leg with a joint here, a joint here, and a joint here, is I'm just gonna eliminate a certain joint. So in this case, this last joint is no longer available to me. So I'm gonna use this one to start to build up. And obviously if I just did that and I wasn't controlling Rory's leg, he would withdraw his leg, so he would definitely win. So you can't do this stuff when somebody has superior mobility. So in this case, we would use this. I would probably wanna switch so that I now have the same amount of hip mobility as Rory does. He tries to technical stand up. I deny him that and I get to my knee and then I build my base forward while still pulling his leg up. Then I can start to let go, because now if he goes to withdraw, I can push him down. I can try to grab another post. I can grab this leg. Even if he goes to build up now, he'll probably let go of this. So I've delivered enough advantage for myself in terms of base to make it worth letting go, because I'm pretty much over top of him. So that's one example of it. Generally, it's going to be substituting your ankle for your knee. It's also going to be substituting your elbow for your hand. So in the example of a spider type sweep where Rory puts me down like this, I would have wanted to post on my hand here to recover. Then I easily get back into base, right? But what I would want to do here is land on my elbow, because my hand was not available, and I simply use my elbow as a post and start to get myself back to my feet. If Rory puts me in butterfly guard for a second, another example of this would be Rory's controlling my elbow in this case. So as he goes to sweep me, I try and post my hand. So that you can substitute your hand for your elbow, you can substitute your elbow for your hand, you can substitute your knee for your foot. The other post switching methodology here is to use your head.
Yeah, I use my head all the time.
Yeah,
well, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to put this in its own section. I wanted to put your head in a box, and that box should be padded. And when you choose to use your head as a post, judge whether it's worth it based on the situation. So in training, if you're this high up off the ground,
if there's momentum,
yeah, please don't use your head as a post. In competition, there's going to be a trade-off as to whether or not you're willing to risk head trauma. I generally am not, but Andrew Wiltsey, his position is what's a concussion compared to victory. So everybody's got a different appetite for risk when it comes to putting their body on the line. So I don't want to tell you that you can't or shouldn't. Just, in training, for fuck's sake, don't just bounce your head off the mat for no reason. However, again, in the butterfly guard sort of situation, here, this is fine. I'm not gonna land that hard. We're trying to land with our head slightly tucked in, our spine braced. So I obviously don't want to land on my face, and I don't want to land too tucked where I could risk my spine. But a little bit of a tuck is fine as long as and then we're, in this case, Rory might be trying to let go of this and use this kind of thing. Now I can use my head much more powerfully as a post by using that other hand to assist it.
And usually when you're posting on your head, you're crossing the center line, so you got to make sure that you're keeping yourself out of trouble from back takes
and all that kind of stuff.
If you let everything cross the center line, it doesn't matter. But I just also to touch upon neck. So while you have the good posture there, make sure that you're strong and rigid, making sure I lean a little bit more forward with the chin, so you have the ability to roll and tuck. Exactly. You don't want to tuck so much that your posture's broken at first. Yeah. But there's times where I've been rolling and kind of not as extreme as the situation where that guy unfortunately broke his neck, but I started to all of a sudden get head posted and be going back like this, and it was scary where I was like, holy shit, I'm an idiot, why am I posting like this?
Yeah.
So you gotta be very cautious. That's you might still get swept because this guy might have enough momentum going, he might be longer than you, stronger than you, bigger than you, so always make sure you have an exit plan if you're going to be posting with your head.
Yeah, exactly. That's why don't do this until you are very
These are all legal disclaimers.
Yeah, well, and not just a legal disclaimer, but a moral disclaimer in the sense I don't even want the stupidest of you out there to hurt yourself. Just until you're quite confident with post switching and base switching and really doing a lot of active posting in Fuck Your Jiu-Jitsu, and you really are aware of how your body, your center of gravity shifts and how much momentum is involved in a movement, please don't just stick your head out and then like hope for the best when you're posting it. Posting on your head is kind of the last part of post switching. Only when you're good at the other ones do you want to investigate that.